That is correct. So now, how do I graph? Everybody should be able to tell me that the slope is what? -7/4, and the y-intercept is 0, -1. Everyone should be able to tell me that. Now, what do I need to plot? Go ahead. Yes, 0, -1. So everybody throws down 0, -1. Now, from there, what do I do? What am I doing? Down 7, and then to the right 4. Anybody have a problem with why it's down 7? What is the slope? You tell me. Shh. You tell me what the slope is, kiddo. Okay. What do I have as the slope? I have -7/4, right? So now you're asking me, how did I get -7, right? Now do you see how I got -7? You with me or not? So now you understand why I went down 7 to the right 4. You sure? That's not a confident. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to make sure, right? I remember I told everybody I'm a terrible babysitter. You got to ask me if you don't know something. Liv, is that good or not? All right. So now we have one more chance on number 13 to see if you're good, to see if you know how to do it. If you can do 13, you learned everything you need to know from yesterday. Everything. All right. If you don't know how to do 13, then you don't know how to do it. All right. I'm one last time. Does anybody have any questions with 12? No questions. All right. Now let's verify 13. So the first thing that comes to your brain is, I have to move what, Peter? 6y. You can move the 6y. I'm not arguing with you because I want the y to be positive. But for consistency at this moment in time, we're going to stay consistent. I'm going to move the what? 2x. I'm going to move the 2x. I'm going to move the 2x over. When I move the 2x over, Liv, it's going to be what kind of 2x? What is it on the left side? Liv, what is the x on the left side? So on the right side, it's going to be what? Is that a question or is that a statement? All right, that's a statement. Come on. Don't act like you're pitiful. -6y equals -2x minus 18. Anybody have any problems with that? Now, I need to divide everything by what? I need to divide everything by -6. Each term is being divided by -6. So, of course, we all are smart. -6 divided by -6 is what? That's how now my y is isolated. Now your brain should be looking at 2/6. That's going to be what? 1/3. And -18 divided by -6 is what? 3. Everybody should have that. All right. Palmer, did you get that now? No, I want this answer. If you didn't get that answer, change it and then put your hand up and say, how did you do that? What? What is the 2x right here? Is it positive or is it negative? Now listen to me. You're making a very good mistake. You hear me? You're accidentally looking at this. That number is for what? The x or the y? Shh. Okay, tell me again. Tell me again. What's your question? Why aren't we getting +2x? Because right now, this is a positive 2x. So that's a 2x. Now I'm going to go back and show you. All right, so you can look up. This x right here is what? Positive or negative? So on the other side, it's going to be what? This x over here is what? So on the other side, it's going to be what? That's all I'm telling you. You understand that, right? All right. So now, everybody, why answer this dumb phone? I want everybody to graph that quickly. Graph that. Let's go. Hello?
You couldn't write me wrong?
Yeah. You know, sometimes every time I pick it up, it just looks off. I don't know if it sounds.
I think I finished it.
It's frustrating.
I know, I just sat there and looked at it for a good 10 minutes, because I didn't want to know to do it.
Okay, I think she wants you for some reason. All right, hurry up. I don't even know what she said. I was so upset. All right, here we go. Hurry up, go see. I don't have any idea. Just go. Shh. Okay, well, if you need to go, then go. All right, here we go. So now we're graphing. So we need to go up 3. Is everybody okay with going up 3? And then from there, I need to go what? Up 1 and over 3. Now, Mr. Williams, if you would do the work constantly every single day, you would be great at math. You're always giving me the right answers, but you don't practice enough. You understand me? Get on your work. Put your pencil in your hand. Get all this taken care of. All right? No excuses from you. None. 0. You know how to do the work. You're a little bit lazy. Am I right or am I right? I know I'm right. All right? So that's what I'm telling you. All right? You can do all of this, but you have to practice. That goes for everybody. Right, Mr. Wash? Yeah, don't be lazy. Participate in class. Do the work. And it's amazing. It'll change your life. All right, but you have to do it. All right? Anybody have any problems? Good for you, Liv. You're asking me what negative 18 divided by negative 6 is. You agree with that now? Right? And notice what I'm doing. I'm leaving off that step. So if you're having trouble, don't leave off that step. Now you can see all the negatives became what? Positive. Hey, leave her alone. She's working hard, trying to study. And you're jabbering in her ear and she's just being nice, trying to tell you not to be quiet. Leave her alone.
Is this a test question?
I'm not asking about a test question. All right? No, I don't care about the test questions. All right, here we go. We're moving on, unless anybody's got some big complaint here. All right, here we go. Bless you. All right, let's take a look at 16. Now you're supposed to write the equation of the line. So here we go, writing the equation of the line. So you're supposed to tell me y equals mx plus b. Everybody write that down. Y equals mx plus b. So circle the y-intercept. That is what letter? That is B. Thank you for saying that. That is B. So what is that number down there? So that's -7. That goes in right here, -7. Put the X down. Now I have to calculate the slope. Notice I wrote on there 2 points. This point and the other point, the y-intercept. Now you have to move from one point to the other point. That demonstrates the slope. So I'm going to now move from one point to the other. So here we go. From here, I always say start from the left point, but some of you guys don't pay attention, so you didn't know that. I'm going from the left point to the what? To the right point. This, I would like everyone to understand, is delta y. This over here is referred to as delta x. Someone please calculate delta y for me. Anybody else get 4? Is it positive or negative? Because I went what? Up. Delta x is how much? 5. So now everybody understands m equals delta y over delta x. What is it? 4/5. Beautiful. 4/5. So now we know our equation is y equals 4/5 x minus 7. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Is the y-intercept -7 or +7? You tell me. -7. Thank you, Peter. All right, now we're on 18. Everybody should be able to look at 18. It says, why would you bother give me something so simple? This is what equation? The horizontal line. Tell him, Peter, or Palmer. Y what? Wow. Y equals -2. Same with you. Get to work. All right. You can do the work, but you're a little bit lazy too. All right. So get on it. Y equals -2. Who's going to tell me what the vertical line is? Liv. What 6? Yes, I know, but it's the answer is not just 6. It's an equation. X equals 6. Thank you very much. That is the answer for 18. All right. Now I appreciate, listen to me, guys. I super duper appreciate those of you guys who did your work yesterday. And I mean that. All right. I mean that. All right. Let's double check. 19. I'm going to give everybody who, walked into class kind of like in a fog. All right. All that homework last night. No way he could have signed all that work. I need everybody to look at number 19, please. I need everybody to look at number 19 and write the equation. And if you wrote the equation already because you've been paying attention, please verify your work. Look at your answer and say, yep, I know I'm right now because I just practiced, I just watched, and now I'm verifying. I said everyone should write out y equals mx plus b first. So everybody's going to write that under 19. Y equals mx plus b. Now it's embarrassing for you to have no clue. When I say what's b, everybody should universally scream out, obviously b is what? +2. So I now just changed b to +2, right, Peter? Colton, are you with me today? I hope better than you were yesterday. Now I'm finding the slope from this point to this point. Somebody said what? Somebody said 2/8. I'm not sure if I believe him. 2/8. And of course, can we reduce 2/8? Nice. So it's what? So if you wrote down y equals 1/4 x plus 2, then you can thank me later. All right. All that hard work I put into this worksheet, you finally understand what I'm trying to tell you. That's exactly it. Y equals 1/4 x plus 2. And for those of you guys who don't know, it's not my fault. What?
Don't simplify it. Is it wrong?
I'll mark it wrong, especially for you. Liv. I'm not on 17. I'm on 19, but I'll go back to 17 just for you because you're confused. But is everybody comfortable with 19 now? Luke, you in the game? All right, so we have some mass confusion on 17. So everybody take a look at 17. Let's verify our answer. Now, look, I understand your confusion now because my line when I drew this, it just didn't go the way I wanted it to. All right, so I need to redo this one. This does not have a clear y-intercept. Do you hear me? All right, is everybody with me on that one? So I kind of made a mistake on that as I was drawing it. All right, it doesn't go through exactly like I wanted. Yeah, it doesn't, there's a mistake. All right, so if you want, you can just omit this one, and that's a good observation. All right, now I could just, if I wanted to, I could just come up here and say, well, I meant for the y-intercept to be 6, but that wouldn't help us because the slope would be different. So everybody should look at this from here to here and say the slope was supposed to be -1/5. 1/5. If you put slope as negative 1/5, I'm proud of it. All right. But we don't know exactly what the y-intercept is. All right. So again, let's just omit that problem for now. And thank you for bringing that to my attention. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to graph using a table. All right, so we're just going to review this real quick. So for the x values, what goes in for the x? Who remembers? Tell me.
-1, 0, 1.
Thank you. -1, 0, 1. So this should have been -7, -4, -1. Then you plotted those points and connected the dots. All right. Anybody have any questions with that? What?
So you get the -7.
I plugged -1 in for x. What's 3 times -1? -4. Negative what?
Oh, wait, oh,
You're right. Now plug 0 in,
oh, okay.
right? Yes, you did. That's why you asked the question. That's why I keep giving you a hard time. All right, you need to practice. If you practice, you wouldn't forget. All right, now number 21, I need help with that. What? Speak up. Come on. I see you screaming all the time. All of a sudden, not calling you. You start acting like you're like shy. I know you're not shy. What is it? -5. What else? And what else? Very nice. All right. She put in those numbers because we're denominator is 5. So you're going to pick 5, and that way everything will cancel out. Is everybody with me on this? All right. Anybody have any questions with that? Now you can plug those numbers in and see what the results are, and then you graph that. Is everybody with me on that? Right? All right. Intercepts for number 22. Who remembers how to find the intercepts? Surrey. Yes. You put under y, put a 0, and under x, you put a what? Another 0, just like that, for those of you guys who forgot. So if I plug 0 in for y, Surrey, what was the x? So we have 3x minus 5 times 0 equals 15. That's okay, kiddo. Just come on. 3x equals 15. So x is what? X was 5. Beautiful. X equals 5. Then you let 0 go in for x. So 3 times 0 minus 5y equals 15. So y equals what? -3. Then you plot those points. 5, 0. 5, 0 is way over here. 0, -3 is way down here. Draw that line. And there you have it. Everybody's good with that now. Remembering how to graph using intercepts. Graph using intercepts. Anybody have an issue with that? Anybody? Okay. Here we go. So again, same principle. You put a 0 here and a 0 there and knock that out. All right, for the guys that were not here yesterday, again, now we're going to graph. We're back to what we did earlier in the period. Graph 5x minus 3. So, Leah, why don't you tell us quickly how to graph y equals 5x minus 3? What do I do? Uh-huh. No. I'm on number 24. No, go to 24.
Then, oh, so you divide by.
It's already in the right format. Y equals mx plus b.
So then you put 5x over 1.
Yes, 5 over 1 equals m. Notice I didn't include the x. What's b? Yes. So now, how do I graph that? And then what? You're smart. There you go, girl. That's exactly what I want from everyone. All right. Go ahead, Bruin.
I don't know.
Because there's no fraction, right? So whenever it's just a whole number, we make it a fraction. because that tells us to go 5 on the y, and that tells us to go 1 on the x. You happy with that explanation now? Okay, so now especially I want to go ahead and do number 25 because you were having trouble with moving things around. So Mr. Wash, you went with me? Mr. Wallachek, you guys, who I don't call on normally because you got to get involved. You volunteer, guys. Colton, you volunteer. Miss Kellogg, come on, get in the game. All right. All right, Mr. Wash, what am I going to do first on 25? Now remember, I'm trying to put it in the form y equals mx plus b. Yes, I have to move that to the other side. When I move it to the other side, it becomes a what? You got it. Good. 2y equals 3x plus 8. Now what? Yes, sir. Tell me what we got. Yes, sir. You got it. But you didn't say 3 over 2x, but I knew what you meant. You're good. Mr. Wallachek, how's that? All right. Now, from there, what do I do? Is M perfect? What's B? Now what do I do? Yes. And then what? Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you pay attention for 2 class periods in a row. Am I right? Without daydreaming and complete the work, it starts to be easy. Come on, there's nothing wrong with anybody in here. All right, you good with that? That makes sense, right? That's as hard as I can make it. All right, that's as hard as it can be. All right. Now let's go down the page a little bit. Ooh, who remembers the slope formula? Tell us. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is brilliant. So if I do y2 minus y1, what is that going to be? -6 minus 5. Wow, Colton jump in here. Thank you, Colton, for joining us today. And then the bottom is what?
5.
Wait a minute. Colton, tell me what the bottom is.
-6 minus 5.
Wait, that's the y values. You just gave me the y's.
4 minus.
Yes, 4 minus -3. Do I really want to say 4 minus -3? No. So we're going to label this now. The slope was -11 over 7. Is everybody happy with that? All right, let's knock out 26. M, write it down. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Tell us. I got 0, but how did you get 0? Because I definitely don't believe you. 9 minus 9 over. And then 0 over anything is what? 0. Good job. That is the answer for 26. Mr. Williams, do you agree with me on that? You remember now the slope formula? All right. That's what I'm saying. You got to practice if you're going to put that in your memory and be brilliant. Yes. 0 over 0. Anything 0 divided by anything is 0. All right. So now let's take a look at number 30. I'm asking you for the slope from 30. All you got to do is find 2 points. This point and this point. Tell me what the slope is. How much does the rise? Somebody said 3 over 2. Everybody good with that? Slope is 3 over 2. Palmer, what?
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that's right. Up 3 over 2. All right. Now, listen, I'm going to pause the video just for a second. All right. Yesterday, you learned slope intercept. Now, I need everybody to understand they call this slope intercept because you use it when you're given the slope and the what? Y-intercept. All right. That is a rare case. All right. That's rare. The most important equation is the point slope because you're going to use it when you're given a what? And a That is exactly why they call it point slope form. You're using the point slope when they give you a point and a what? Slope. So now the formula looks something like this. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. What do you think m stands for? Slope. That's right. Everybody knows m is slope. Now, the only thing different is that x1 comma y1 is the point. x1 comma y1 is the point. They're giving you a point and a slope. Now, I need everybody to highlight this or underline, however you want to think about it. Please listen to me. Notice here, it's minus x1. Does everybody see that? But the point is positive x1. Does everybody see that? That means they're opposites of each other. If it's positive on the outside, it's negative on the inside. If it's negative on the inside, it's positive on the outside. And I'll show you exactly what that means, but pay attention. You can't let this one get by you. You cannot. All right. So I want to look at this point right here. The point is 2, 5. So I want everybody to write down right on number 1. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Then right underneath the 2, 5, I want you to write that's x1, and this one is what? Y1. So now I'm going to write the answer, and then you're going to say that's so obvious. I'm going to write the answer, and you're going to say that's so obvious. So here we go. Watch. Y minus 5 equals negative 2/3 x minus 2. That's the equation of the line. All right, that should be obvious to you. All right, this 2, watch me, went in here. This 5 went in here, and this m went right in there. Is everybody with me on that? Everybody's good? All right. What?
So that's just.
That's the answer. That's the answer. That's how simple it is. That's the answer. All right. Now we're going to graph. Notice, in order to graph, all right, in order to graph, though, I need to plot the point. What point am I plotting? 2, 5. Whoever said that, pat yourself on the back. Lies, without lying, without lying. 2, 5. You plot the point 2, 5. Now, from that point, you use the slope. So from that point, I go what? Down 2 and to the right 3. So from this point, I'm going down 2 and to the right 3. So I went down 2 to the right 3, and now I have the equation of that line. Now, Mr. Williams, I cut you off before you finished your question because I was trying to finish. Tell me what your issue is. Yeah, it is negative 2/3. So I went down 2 to the right 3. That's what slope means. You with me, right? All right, so here we go, peeps. Look up. I want number 2 now. All right, so here we go. Just because you want to be smart, you should write the formula until you learn it. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Come on, Mr. Wash. Greek, tell me what the answer is.
Y minus 4 equals 3/4 parentheses x plus negative 2. Negative 2.
Remember, it's always the opposite.
Opposite of one.
Opposite. See, notice how this was negative 3. You
Yeah.
put it in as positive 3. This was positive 4. It goes in as a negative 4. Do you hear me? That's the one thing kids have trouble with. It's the opposite. How do I know it's opposite? Because this right here, listen to me, is negative y1, This in here is y1. They're opposites of each other. They're opposites. Quickly. Shh. I don't want to do what ifs. I don't want to do that. I want you to say that's the answer. Listen to what I'm saying. The x, when you put something in to the equation, it's the opposite. Nope. Look up one more time. All right. Because the bell's going to ring and I want to give it one last shot. All right. We'll come back tomorrow, right where we left off. But hey, no. Look right here. You're going to write the answer. See if you understood what I said. Write the equation for number 3. Write the equation for number 3. Come on, Mr. Greep, get it right this time. Y minus 4 equals -3 parentheses x plus 1. Got it, right? All right, tomorrow we will finish this up. The first worksheet will be completed. Yes, 3/1. But you don't have to put it when you're writing the equation.